Have you ever noticed how clutter seems to steal your energy without you even realizing it? Let me tell you about Mr. Johnson from Texas. Every morning he woke up already tired, not because of his health, but because of the sight of dirty dishes and piles of paper around him. One small change, just 5 minutes before bed, gave him back peaceful mornings he hadn't felt in years. At the Senior Nest, we've learned that it's not about cleaning harder. It's about cleaning smarter. And today, I'm going to share a handful of strategies that can give you the same freedom Mr. Johnson found, ways to save your energy, protect your health, and make your home feel like the safe nest it's meant to be. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover how the simplest daily habit could completely change the way your home and your heart feels. Part 1: Daily Habits That Change Everything. Tip 1: Golden Minutes. Most of us underestimate the little pauses in our day. Waiting for water to boil, waiting for the TV to load, waiting for the shower to warm up. These tiny golden minutes usually slip away, but when used with intention, they can transform your home. Think of it this way: if every time you wait for tea you put away just 5 dishes, in a week you've cleared dozens without breaking a sweat. For seniors, this habit is a game changer. It reduces the need for long, tiring cleaning sessions and instead spreads energy evenly through the day. I remember Mary, a retired teacher in Ohio, who felt guilty because she never had the strength to do big cleans. Once she started using golden minutes, she said, "I realized I could do more in 2 minutes than I thought I could do in an hour." The beauty of this habit isn't just in what it does for your home, but in what it does for your mind. Each small win lifts your spirit and motivates you to keep going. Tip 2: 5 minutes before bed. The way you end your day sets the stage for the morning. Many seniors tell us mornings feel heavy because they wake up to mess: dishes in the sink, papers on the table, blankets tossed aside. But imagine waking up to a living room that feels ready to welcome you. The 5-minute reset is exactly that. Before bed, set a timer. In just 5 minutes, pick up what's out of place. Straighten cushions, fold the blanket, wipe the counter, clear the sink. It's not about perfection, it's about creating calm. Mr. Johnson from Texas tried this. He told me, "For the first time in years, I woke up and didn't sigh when I saw my house. I smiled." That's the power of this technique. It turns your mornings from stressful to peaceful. And for older adults, starting the day with calm isn't just nice, it protects your energy for everything else that matters. Tip 3: The one-touch rule. Clutter often begins with hesitation. We tell ourselves, "I'll deal with this later." But later never comes, and suddenly, the counter is buried. The one-touch rule is simple: whatever you touch, finish with it. Open a letter, decide right away, file it, recycle it, or take action. Take off your coat, hang it up, don't drape it. Drink from a cup, wash it or put it in the dishwasher, don't leave it on the table. It feels like more effort in the moment, but it's the opposite. For seniors, this rule saves energy because you never have to double handle items. And the deeper gift: it reduces mental clutter. When things are dealt with immediately, your mind is free from that nagging list of unfinished business. Tip 4: The designated basket method. One of the biggest challenges for seniors is items ending up scattered with no clear place. That's why baskets are so powerful. They don't just collect things, they create simple systems. Here at the Senior Nest, we recommend 3 baskets. One in the living room for out-of-place items. One near the front door for things that go out, letters, shopping bags, returns. One for undecided items, the to-do basket. Susan in California told us that once she set up her 3 baskets, her house finally felt under control. Why? Because instead of stopping in the middle of a task to put something away, she had a system. And at the end of the day, it only took a few minutes to empty them. This method doesn't just make your home look better, it saves mental energy by reducing constant decision-making. That's priceless for older adults who want to spend their time on joy, not on hunting for lost items. Tip 5: Focus rotation technique. Trying to keep the entire home perfect all the time is exhausting and for many seniors unrealistic. That's why rotation works so well. Divide your home into zones, maybe the kitchen on Monday, the bathroom on Tuesday, the bedroom on Wednesday, and so on. Spend just 20 minutes on that day's zone. By the end of the week, every part of your home has been cared for without draining you. Mrs. Rivera in Arizona shared how guilty she used to feel when one room was messy. But once she adopted focus rotation, she said, "I finally felt free. I didn't have to do it all at once. I knew Wednesday was bedroom day and that was enough." The magic of this method isn't just about cleaning, it's about releasing guilt. It reminds us that homes, like lives, don't have to be perfect every moment. They just need steady care. Part 2: Space and Simplicity. Tip 6: The empty space principle. Clutter doesn't just take up space, it steals peace. When closets, shelves, or drawers are packed to the brim, every new item becomes a battle. For older adults, that battle is often both physical and emotional. The empty space principle is simple: leave at least 20% of each storage area free. That space is not wasted, it's breathing room. I once helped the Clarks, a retired couple in Florida, with their garage. It was stuffed to the ceiling, and every time they looked at it, they sighed with defeat. After removing what they no longer needed and leaving intentional empty space, Mrs. Clark said, "It feels like we gained a new room in our home and in our hearts." The benefit isn't only easier organization. Empty space also allows flexibility: more blankets in winter, a box of gifts in summer, or supplies for a new hobby. It creates freedom, and for seniors, freedom from overwhelm is priceless. Tip 7: Vertical organization. We usually stack things horizontally: shirts in piles, pots on top of each other, papers in heaps. The problem? The moment you want the one in the middle, chaos returns. Vertical organization changes everything. Store clothes upright in drawers like files. Place kitchen containers side by side with dividers. Fold towels and stand them on edge instead of stacking. Suddenly, you see everything at once. When Mrs. Anderson in Florida reorganized her kitchen this way, she told us, "Cooking became easier than ever. I didn't waste time searching, everything was right there." For seniors, this is more than convenience. It reduces bending, reaching, and lifting movements that can strain the body. Vertical storage isn't just neat, it's safer. Tip 8: The 10 minutes a day strategy. The biggest myth about keeping a tidy home is that it requires hours of effort. The truth: just 10 focused minutes a day can be life-changing. Set a timer. Pick the area that bothers you most, maybe the table piled with papers or the counter crowded with jars. Work only on that space for 10 minutes. No phone calls, no distractions. When the timer rings, stop. James, a widower in New York, told us he started this after dinner every night. At first, it seemed too small, but after a week, he could see the floor in his living room again. After a month, his apartment felt fresh and manageable. "It gave me back my pride," he said. The real gift of this strategy is psychological. 10 minutes doesn't overwhelm. It creates momentum, and momentum, not perfection, is what keeps a home under control. Tip 9: Anchored routine system. New habits can feel heavy, but what if you could attach them to routines you already do? That's the beauty of anchored routines. Think of your anchors: making coffee, brushing your teeth, turning off the TV. Now add a tiny organizing task to each. Brew coffee, wipe the counter, brush teeth, lay out clothes for tomorrow, turn off the TV, put away the remotes. When Linda in Colorado tried this, she taped a small note on her coffee maker: 2 minutes to tidy. Soon it became automatic. She laughed and said, "Now my counter looks good before I've even had my first sip." The secret is choosing tasks small enough that they feel effortless. Over time, these tiny anchors create consistency. For seniors, it means routines that stick without feeling like new burdens. Tip 10: Continuous pruning. The clutter doesn't appear all at once, it sneaks in quietly. A new sweater here, a kitchen gadget there. Before long, the house is heavier than you realized. The continuous pruning rule prevents this. For every new item that comes in, one old item must go out. Bought a new jacket, donate an old one. Got a new mug, pass one along. Helen in Chicago told us, for the first time my closet didn't feel like a battlefield. I gave away 2 coats when I bought one, and now I can actually find what I need. This isn't about living with less than you need, it's about balance. For seniors, balance means avoiding the stress of overstuffed rooms and the danger of tripping over what doesn't belong. Continuous pruning creates not just space in the home, but lightness in the spirit. Part 3: Creating Flow and Calm. You've learned how small daily habits and a little simplicity can transform your home. But what if I told you the real magic happens when your home begins to flow with your life, instead of fighting against it? In this part, I'll share 5 powerful strategies that don't just reduce clutter, they create calm. They shape your home into a place that feels natural, safe, and peaceful. And for seniors, this isn't just about a tidy room, it's about dignity, independence, and joy. Tip 11: Capsule wardrobe. Closets are one of the fastest places to lose control. Too many clothes, many of which no longer fit or feel right, create stress every morning. The capsule wardrobe changes that by focusing on fewer, better pieces that mix and match easily. George, a widower in Michigan, once told us, "I had 3 closets full of clothes, but I only wore the same few things. Choosing what to wear made me anxious." We helped him create a capsule wardrobe of 35 versatile pieces. The result, he said, mornings became joyful again. Instead of stress, he felt freedom. For seniors, the capsule wardrobe isn't about restriction, it's about energy. Less decision fatigue, fewer piles, more clarity. Every morning starts with ease and every closet feels like a breath of fresh air. Tip 12: Flow mapping strategy. Have you ever noticed how clutter often forms in the same places? Keys on the kitchen counter, glasses on the nightstand, shoes by the living room chair. That's not failure, that's your natural flow. The flow mapping strategy says, stop fighting your habits, organize with them. If you always drop your keys in the kitchen, create a small tray right there. If your shoes end up near the couch, place a basket nearby. Ellen in Seattle told us she always felt sloppy because her purse landed on the dining table every evening. Instead of forcing her to change, we added a pretty basket near the table. Suddenly, her routine felt intentional, not messy. For seniors, this is powerful. It reduces bending, wandering, and frustration. It turns unconscious habits into simple systems that make daily life easier and safer. Tip 13: Clutter-free zones. Perfection is impossible and unnecessary. What truly matters is choosing a few sacred spots that remain clear no matter what. We call them clutter-free zones. Pick 3 to 5 areas with the biggest emotional impact. Your entryway table, your kitchen counter, your nightstand. But for my own mother, it's her nightstand. No matter how the rest of the house looks, that space always holds only a lamp and a photo. She tells me it gives her a sense of order and calm every evening. This strategy works because the human mind doesn't need the whole house to be perfect. A few islands of calm are enough to shift how you feel about your entire home, and for older adults, these small zones become daily anchors of peace. Tip 14: Clear surfaces principle. A home can be technically organized but still feel heavy if every surface is crowded. Clear surfaces create instant calm. Start with tables, counters, and shelves. Keep only what's essential or beautiful. On your nightstand, maybe just a lamp and your glasses. On the kitchen counter, just the coffee maker and one favorite photo. Everything else belongs inside drawers or cabinets. When Mrs. Turner in Virginia embraced this principle, she said, "I didn't realize how much the clutter on my counters was weighing on me until it was gone. Now I breathe easier every time I walk in." For seniors, the benefits go beyond beauty. The clear surfaces are easier to clean, safer to use, and reduce the risk of accidents. It's not emptiness, it's intentional calm. Tip 15: Preventive Organization. Most people tidy the same spots again and again: the mail pile, the couch covered with clothes, the crowded counter. But true organization doesn't come from reacting, it comes from preventing. The preventive organization method has 3 steps. 1. Observe where clutter builds most often. 2. Analyze why: no storage, inconvenient placement, unclear purpose. 3. Intervene with a system. For example, if mail piles on the counter, add a mail station by the door. If clothes end up on the couch, place a hamper nearby. Michael in Chicago admitted he'd been fighting his hallway for years. Shoes, bags, and coats always made a mess. After setting up a small bench with hooks and baskets, he told us, "For the first time, the hallway works with me, not against me." For seniors, this approach is life-changing. Instead of wasting energy on the same battle, you solve the cause once. That saves time, strength, and frustration, and gives you more energy for what matters most. These 5 strategies are about more than tidying. They're about creating a home that flows with your life instead of resisting it. Imagine waking up, choosing clothes from a small wardrobe you love, finding your keys exactly where you expect them, walking past clear counters and calm zones, and never again fighting the same pile of clutter twice. At the Senior Nest, we believe this isn't just organization, it's peace. And peace at home is peace in your heart. We've walked through 15 powerful strategies, from using golden minutes to preventive organization, each one designed to make your home lighter, safer, and more peaceful. At the Senior Nest, we've seen again and again that organization isn't about chasing perfection. It's about small habits that build comfort, reduce stress, and give you back the energy to focus on what truly matters: your health, your family, your joy. So here's my challenge for you: don't try all 15 at once. Choose just 3. Practice them for 21 days. Notice how your mornings feel calmer, your home feels friendlier, and your heart feels lighter. That's the real gift of an organized home, not the appearance, but the freedom it gives you. And remember, these 15 tips are just the beginning. A peaceful home is a journey, not a finish line. In the next videos, we'll go deeper, exploring how to set up safe, senior-friendly spaces, how to simplify routines even more, and how to create a home that feels like a true nest for the life you want to live. So stay with us here at the Senior Nest. Together, we'll keep discovering little ways to make life lighter, brighter, and filled with joy.